How's everyone tonight, or today, this evening, this afternoon? So how good is the day? How good's the weather? Like this morning was miserable, it was rainy, cold, and now you have the beautiful sun. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Cool. Awesome. So I only have 10 to 15 minutes, so I'll try to make the best out of this. I'm so excited. Alright? So usually I speak for 1 to 2 hours, so having to cram this into 15 minutes is like having a 6-course meal and then compressing it and shoving it into a sandwich bag. So, okay, we'll go through this as we go. Okay, so just to share with you a bit of my educational background, I'm from Singapore. I set foot in Melbourne in early 2011 as an international student. So before coming to Melbourne, I studied a bachelor's in mechanical engineering. That was 4 years. 4 years of my life, which I didn't have. I take back. So I came here, I did a master's in engineering management as well as a graduate diploma in business management, which I truly love, in Melbourne Uni. So by the time I graduated, it was late 2012. So early 2013, I got my transcripts, I applied for my permanent residency. Anyone could relate to this? Yeah? So the moment you get your PR, oh my gosh, it's a whole new world. I can take on the whole world now. Like a new chapter in my life, it's like God's gift from heaven. So the good news was that when I got my first job offer in early 2013, when I got my PR, I got my job offer in a tech startup as well. So I was so over the moon. Like, got a PR, got a job offer. It's like every international student's dream happening at the same time. Oh my gosh. So I went into the startup. Okay, really struggled because it was my first time in the Australian working environment. Really struggled. It was business development, sales, tech support, and all that. I wasn't really confident, and I had to make and fulfill sales targets. So, long story short, after a few months, I got made redundant. Yeah, that's life, you know. Things happen. Yeah. So in the middle of 2013, I was back in the whole job search process. Back to square one again. So I'm sure every single graduate can relate to that. If you graduated with your degree, graduated with your certificates and all that, so you just got to find your way around in the jobs market. So that was what I did. So I just tried to apply for every single job I could get my hands on desperately. So I applied for engineering jobs, I applied for management consulting jobs, project management jobs, marketing jobs, admin jobs, customer service jobs, anything which I seem capable of doing or my qualifications allow me to. So I got the usual replies, which is no reply. So how many of you can relate to this? It's either you get ignored by the employer or you get the stock standard rejection letter. Yeah. Anyone can relate to that? Like, I regret to inform you that due to the high caliber of candidates, blah, 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 you know, the usual things, yeah. Okay, so I remember it was middle of 2013, it was a miserable winter morning. So I was just sitting behind my computer, behind Seek, just spamming resumes here and there. And I've been, you know, you still got to pay your bills. Yeah, you still got to pay the rent. So what I put myself into was that I ended up becoming underemployed. So working in a car rental company, scrubbing the cars, wondering that, is that life? Is there more to life than just that? So I worked in a car rental company, I worked in restaurants, I worked as a tutor, part-time, casually, just to make ends meet, just get some income, just to scrape by and all that. So after a while, I remember this day, I was just sitting in my living room. There was no furniture because, you know, you gotta save money, you know. Yeah, you save money for the furniture so they can pay rent, yeah. So I was just sitting down on the ground having my lunch or my dinner, and then I just knew that deep within my soul, deep within my heart, I knew that if I wanted a different outcome, I had to do things differently. So Albert Einstein had this quote which says, insanity is this: doing the same thing over and over and over again, but expecting a different result. So like if I've been applying jobs the same way, getting the similar stock standard response or reply, and I wanted something different, I knew that I have to change my tactics. I had to change my strategy. So what I did was I just thought of creating a careers magazine with my friend, because both of us, we were still job seeking at the time. And then we thought, why not we gather all the expert advice in industry, put it together so that we can share it with other people out there. because other people could also benefit from it, we could benefit for it, and most importantly, it was an opportunity for us to put ourselves into industry. So James was mentioning about embarrassing yourself. So I remember this morning where we got the draft design on our iPad, wasn't even printed yet. So I just boldly took my tablet, I walked up to Melbourne Uni's Union House, just found out who was in charge of orientation week, found the person, got the person to sit down and just ask her like, hey, you guys are having the old week soon, right? Yeah, okay. We got this magazine coming out, I think it's awesome. I think we really want to help students, we really want to put it out there. Would you consider us? So amazingly, she accepted it. Us bearing all the printing costs, of course. And so because of that, we built up self-confidence, we started to know people in industry, and to cut a long story short, within 0 to 6 months, we managed to reach 2,000 to 3,000 students, uni students in 6 Victorian universities, and I got a chance to speak in workshops in RMIT and Melbourne Uni as well. All good so far? Cool. I've got my notes as well. Okay, so throughout this whole magazine process, I finally discovered that my key strength, my key passion was in training and coaching through doing those workshops. And because of that, I tailored my job application. In my resume, I highlighted that I truly loved impacting people. I truly loved bringing out the best in people, doing workshops and all that. So because of that, because I tailored my application, my success rate changed. So when I sent out 7 new applications, I got 4 callbacks for interviews. And then with one of those was the job offer that I got. So for the job offer which I received, the time between application and offer was just 12 days. All right. Okay. So the key takeaways before we enjoy the rest of the evening. It's a beautiful day. Okay. Number 1, you create your own destiny. You are responsible for your life. You are in charge of what happens to you. All right. It's not the government. It's not the economy, it's not the industry, it's not your employer, it's not your university, it's not your friends, it's not your family. You are personally in charge of your destiny. And I was speaking to one friend just now who started his own business and all that, and we came to the conclusion that the harder you work, the luckier you'll be. You create your own luck. All right, number 2, differentiate yourself. So find out your superpowers. Find out what makes you unique. So many people just want to follow the crowd, just do the same thing, just do the same thing which other people are doing. But instead, find out what makes you unique, find out what makes you different, and shine from there. Number 3, think solutions, not problems. All right? It's so easy to complain. Oh, the weather sucks. The barista didn't smile at me, my day sucks, my boss hates me, my colleague hates me, what's going on, everybody hates me. No, don't do that, it's not good. Yeah, don't just describe the problem, prescribe a solution. No one gets paid to complain about the economy, true? Right? But people pay those who can make the economy better, true? Right? And the last point, invest in yourself. You are your greatest asset, alright? This is your life, so put yourself out there, sharpen your skills, broaden your knowledge, expand your network, get out of your comfort zone. Alright, so with all this, I wish you aim high, dream big, a great future awaits you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dominic. You truly have such an amazing success story that I hope will inspire